Yes, we want to welcome you once again. Our next show, our next episode of Hack Show Be Aware. It's me, your host, Happy Christopher Kasuja, and our topic for Be Aware has always been mental health disorder. Those who have been watching our show and those who are watching us for the very first time, mental health disorder is that condition of when one proves to have that instability, that condition that makes the person lose that stability, that makes a person very normal. More the discussion or more the definition is going to be defined from our specialist. But those who have missed our episodes, we have come looking at the causes, and we have discussed the symptoms, prevention of how someone can prevent or how someone can also improve mental health status of one's being. Now today, we want to look at something very important between or among women and men. Women and men. We want now to specifically look and concentrate at the men. How are they mentally also suffering from that disorder? And anyway, what's the statistics? All that from our guest and a panelist for that matter of Hack Show Be Aware as usual. I'm going to welcome him once again. Greets us and then we'll start from there.
Thank you, our viewers. As always, I'm Leonard Kamgisha Akida, a mental health journalist. As we have always said or looked at, mental health is a state of mental well-being that enables individuals to cope up with the stress of life, the ability of one to deal with the psychological, social, and emotional status. Your ability to deal with your psychological and emotional and social challenges of life is what we call mental health. And when your mental health goes bad or goes wrong, then we call it mental illnesses. Which illnesses are caused by mental health disorders. Yeah. And statistically, as he said, mental health affects each one of us. It affects both men and women. And even children, the young ones, are also affected by mental health. But today we are interesting ourselves in mental health among men. Yeah. Have you ever heard this saying that men don't cry?
Yeah, men don't cry.
Men don't cry.
Men don't cry.
But men cry, and it's okay to cry. In mental health, we say it's okay not to be okay. But there is this societal traditional stereotype that the men do not cry.
They are meant to be strong.
They are meant to be strong. Yeah. So that's why we are saying that the men's mental health, breaking the silence. Men are battling mental health challenges. For instance, according to the National Institute of Mental Health report of 2020, among adults, they were assessing mental health among adults. It shows that 20.6% of men reported to have undergone mental health illnesses in the year 2020. 20.6
that was it not COVID time?
That was during COVID time. A different study by American Foundation on Suicide, it shows that 1 in 5 men is battling mental illnesses.
If we have 5,
if we had 5 men here,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
then one of
us
would be experiencing mental health.
That's
disorders.
2 out of 10.
That's 2 out of 10. Okay. So every time you meet a group of 5 men, you know that one of them is battling mental health challenges. You can see the number now.
That's a reasonable number. What could be the common challenges of this in men?
Yeah, the common challenges are there, but before still we go into the challenges. Then there are even still these interesting statistics. Still by the still from the American Foundation for Suicide Prevention, AFSP, American Foundation for Suicide Prevention. Yeah. So they say that men are 3 times more likely to commit suicide than women.
3 times.
Kakateke mu Luganda abantu bakategeera nti okusinziira ku kunoonyereza okwakolebwa ekitongole ekya America ekinoonyereza ku by'abantu okwetta oba okwetta ne bava mu bulamu bw'ensi eno. Okunoonyereza kulaga nti abasajja balina nakyo tugiyita emikisa si mikisa naye tugambe 3 times abasajja they are 3 times more likely to commit suicide. Bakubisaamu emirundi 3 mu bakazi mu byokwetta. Kitegeeza nti if we use the other example we had 10 people that they are women, and we have 10 men. Buli mulundi omukazi omu gwe yetta y'abasajja baba bameka? Baba 3.
Babiri bwe betta
eno mukaaga. Okitegeera? So okunoonyereza bwe kutyo bwe kulaga ate yo World Health Organization etulaga nti percentage y'abasajja ekola 40% in 2019 indicated that they had untreated mental health challenges. Bali basirise. That's why we chose this topic, that breaking the silence. Ng'abasajja ebitundutundu 40 buli 100 by'abasajja balina ebirwadde eby'omutwe naye nga tebasobola kukola ki? Kwogera. So that is it. Switch now to the question you asked me.
Before the question, you're good. You're improving your Uganda. Improving your Uganda. The common challenges.
The common challenges. Now, these are common things among men. And very many of them, as we have seen that in 40% of them, they go untreated, unnoticed. They do not speak. I started with a good question. Quotation of men do not cry.
Men don't cry.
Men don't cry.
Men don't seek for help.
But they seek for help. So now, among the challenges, the common challenges we know is what we call stigma and societal expectations.
Stigma and
societal expectations. Men don't cry. The society expects you not to cry. Even when you're battling a challenge, they always say men are strong. No. In the mental health world, we say it is okay not to be okay. Men also cry. If you're battling something, don't die in silence, because when you speak up, society will look at you as a weak man. Assume your wife fights you today. Would you go to a police station to report that case?
No.
And you are not alone.
No.
Many men out there, millions, hundreds, thousands of men are battling many mental health illnesses, and they are not speaking because society do not expect them to do what? Speak up. So what society expects of you is that you should be strong.
Yes.
That is what the society expects from you. When you speak, chikazi chakola chi chamuloga. I'm using that term, chikazi chamuloga. It is the society language. Then another common challenge, suppressing emotions. Suppress emotions is to hide them. If the viewers could borrow the knowledge of the history knowledge of separation of powers, the politicians and whatnot. So you're hiding your emotions. Men don't cry. You feel something is hard with you. You feel you should sit in a separate room. You cry. You feel you should share to your friends. But then again you say no. You try. You want to express the feelings, the emotions that you have, but something keeps on telling you no, don't. You hide them. You hide them. You must have been there. Someone looks at you, or you look at someone and say, but are you okay? Are you okay?
You look not to be fine.
You look not to be fine. So that person is hiding some emotions, some feelings. And then another one, lack of social support. Society expects you to be a strong man. You cannot tell your children because you see them, they are a bit young. You fear even to tell your colleagues, your friends, your workmates. So you are lacking support. Nobody is there for you. You have dates. Men are working in dates. I have a friend yangamba nti buli musajja alina okubeera ne bbanja. Bw'otabeera na bbanja toba musajja. Na waliwo looni ekuli ku ki? Ku bulago. Naye otya tolina gw'okigamba. Ne mukazi ayinza okuba ng'alina akasente naye otya omutuukira n'omugamba mpolayo 10, mpolayo 5, mpolayo akakadde. So you lack support. Kyova olaba abasinga betta. That's why you are saying that men stand 3 times likely to commit suicide than women. Because they lack people speak to. When you go in courts, police, they are favoring women. If you went today that your woman has beaten you, and another man's wife goes to police and says that the man has battered her, trust me, they will pay attention to a woman than you. The same with courts. So we lack social support. The laws, the policies in place favor more women than it is to men. And then from there we have the trauma and past experiences. We have had past experiences. Death is the worst experience. Loss of a job is the worst experience. So on and so forth. So all those are the common challenges. And then we have work-related challenges. You reach at work, stress. Your boss gives you very many assignments. There is a colleague who is fighting you from the position you are holding. All those ones are challenges we cannot tell to people, we as men, but we are battling them. So those are the common challenges.
You who is watching us right away at Happy Show Yugi, we are still pressure to have you, and we are discussing men's mental health with the special senior. You say the senior is
a mental health journalist.
You say they remove the word senior.
I don't say specialist. Specialists are those people who study psychology.
I'm talking about senior. Senior.
Mental health journalist. Yeah, that one is fine.
Leonard Akida. Now, having looked at the common challenges, here we go. How can I tell that, Peter may be really having or going through some mental health disorders? How can I tell from look? What in other words is like the signs that can bring us to hold that the person may be suffering such a disorder?
We talked about depression some time back.
As
you're there, you see someone is walking, they are shaking, they are nodding, not even shaking. They are nodding their head. They are
what of the people who talk alone?
They are talking alone. All that.
Yes.
That one will tell you this person must be battling something big. Then we have this other sign. Someone withdraws from the social activities she has been engaged in. We love football. Not so. But you get to find this person no longer goes to football halls to watch the Manchester playing, to watch my friends of Arsenal praying, to watch Uganda Cranes praying. This person has been every evening has been walking around the trading centers to meet and talk with fellow men, to talk with the residents, but he no longer does such as withdrawn from people. The word social, you withdraw from the social activities. That one will tell you this person, my friend John, my friend Tom, must be battling something big. And then we have another sign, lack of appetite.
And the appetite of what?
Food. Lack of appetite and lack of sleep.
You're hungry, but you don't feel like eating.
You don't feel like eating. People would say, I'm feeling hungry, but don't feel like eating. Every food type I eat doesn't feel delicious to me. And then it is not even only lack of appetite. Even too much appetite is a sign that someone is battling mental health illnesses. Someone overeats. You eat abnormally. That one is also a sign. Then someone goes to sleep, they cannot sleep, or they sleep. So it is two-way. Lack of sleep or over sleeping. All those are the signs that we can tell this person is battling mental health challenges. There are very many. We have like substance abuse. Abuse. Someone has not been drinking alcohol. But out of nowhere, all of a sudden, the person starts. Because maybe the girlfriend has dumped him. breakup. Yeah. See, recently I was somewhere on the internet and I saw this person saying, I want to start learning to take beer. Who knows? Maybe behind that statement, there was a breeding heart. Yeah. So drug abuse, someone starts taking these toxic chemicals, marijuana, smoking, cigarettes, drinking alcohol, all that, so on and so forth. There are very many. We have even the physical ones. Someone complains every day, I have fatigue, I have headache, I have back pains, all that. There are very many signs you can tell.
It's Hack Show Be Aware, where we come to discuss quite a number of issues relating to mental health disorder. Today, basically, we have come in men in particular. We want to see. You see, you started with that one. Actually, me, I've grown up. Even when you do something, then they would ask you, you a man.
You are a man.
Are you a man? Now, should we say that this has kept us into silence and we have not broken it?
We shouldn't say. It is the reality.
It is.
It is the reality. It's not a public secret. Many men are dying in silence because we fear to speak.
Yeah.
What society expects.
I must be strong.
What society expects out of us is something ambiguous for us to carry. It's a big load.
Yeah.
Sometimes we want to go in a private room and cry.
Yeah.
Sometimes we need to meet people, sit with them and tell them.
Yeah.
But they will always say, you are a man.
You are a man.
Men don't cry. So men die in silence. Many men. Yeah.
So the issue of breaking silence when it comes to men's mental health.
One of the ways we can break the silence among men, those who are battling mental health illnesses or disorders, is to encourage open conversation. Let us encourage our men. Let us tell them that it is okay not to be okay. Let us tell them that it is okay for a man to cry.
Yeah.
Let us tell them that men also battle big things. And let us tell them that men can share with fellow men and other people in society about their challenges. Let us break this habit of saying, you are a man, men don't cry, you have to fight this. No, you will fight what you cannot afford, which needs another hand. And then secondly, we need to seek for professional help. They are counselors. They are counselors. They are mental health service providers. Let us visit them. And then we also have social groups, social support groups. There are very many in your villages. Join those groups. I love the courage, though I don't encourage people to drink alcohol, but I love the courage these people who take alcohol have. They have solidarity. Someone will call you, but Mr. Kakasuja, I want to talk to you.
Yeah.
He buys for you a bottle of Tonto. You sit, you drink. Then as you're drinking, he brings in this idea. Do you know, I have a challenge with my madam at home. They tell you, about 2 weeks ago, I jumped on a border in town going to my place. This border guy, as we were nearing the place where he was going to drop me, he told me, my brother, I want to tell you this. Then I said, what is it? He said, I make money, as you see, but I've got one problem. I said, what is the problem? He told me, I have a problem of betting, sports betting. It was threatening to rain. We were rushing, but I got a phone number from him. And he told me, I even don't have a phone. I even betted it.
Hey.
Yeah. But he promised me I'm going to get a phone very soon. And please, you call me and you talk to me. I called the guy. We talked, and I'm still making a follow-up with him.
Yeah.
The courage those people have to speak up is the courage that many men, especially the educated men, do not have. That's why I said these people who drink alcohol, they have broken the silence. They know how to speak up. That is their social support group. Buys a bottle of alcohol, takes you somewhere, and he tells you what he's battling. You guide him, the breakthrough. But when it comes to our men in office, they fear to speak.
Yeah.
So they need for their social support groups. You can have one at your at your workplace, churches, in your community, so that when you're battling something, don't die with it. Speak to a person. A problem shared, the problem solved. There are very many ways we can break silence.
All right. So, having looked at all that with our senior mental health journalist, Mr. Leonard Akida, and I think today, men, we are there. We are with you. And I think if you watch, you happen to see this, kindly share and tell a friend to also be aware of this. Men, we have happened to die in silence because we are men. Why? We should speak out and also get our problem solved. As we are drawing to the conclusion, anything to remember as men when it comes to mental health?
Anything to remember as society, actually not only as men.
Yes.
As society, let us recognize that mental health affects everyone. Whether you are a man, it doesn't matter whether you are a woman, it doesn't matter whether it is a young boy or a young girl at home. Mental health doesn't discriminate. We are all candidates of mental illnesses. So what do we need to do? Let us create a supportive environment.
Yes.
Where men find a comfortable, where men find comfort, seek for help. If that environment is there that supports men, where they find comfort, share their problems, then we shall not see these cases rising, the suicide cases among men, mental health cases among men shooting high.
And that will also help on having less of the suicidal. You know, I was worried of the word 3 times.
3 times.
You know, 10 when 2 women have, you know, gotten, you know, into the act of suicide.
And then the other side, we have 6 men.
The ratio is beyond and abnormal. It has been nice having you, and thank you for watching all along from where we started with the mental health journalist, Mr. Akida, with Happy Christopher Kasuja. And it's as always, until we meet next Tuesday, it is Hack Show. Be aware, where we create awareness about various aspects. And for now, we have been looking at mental health disorder when it comes to men. You could have been missing this, you could be not aware, but now we have created awareness. Come to the symptoms, come to the common challenges. Anyway, to those who are watching this show as their first show, from the start, our journalists defined once again what it means by mental health disorder, or what is mental health. And all along, we have come discussing that. Check on our different social media handles. Check on us on YouTube. Check on us every Tuesday on our TikTok handle platforms, Facebook, and all over. You'll get us there and you'll be able to catch up. Until we meet next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.